Hello and welcome to Yuletide Regicide, a dark humour type visual novel where you need to solve the murder of a Santa Claus. Presumably this one on the main screen right here, which, yeah, very unfortunate end, but anyway, without further ado, we'll start a new game. Epic rock music, has quite the friends you got there, gal. Also just realised he's got the Sherlock hat on too. But she definitely knows how to make an entrance. North Pole. Stop right there. I am Deliria B, murderer, freelance journalist. What? This is a CIA investigation. I don't usually take orders from the press or even allow them around. How did you know to come here? I have my sources, and none of your business. We just followed the smell. I'm a bit of an empath. Yeah, sure, I have my sources. I was not thinking of those kinds of sources. Oh, yeah. My Ouija board and crystal ball lay lies tarot cards, reading tea leaves. Phases of the moon were quite preposterous. So I knew someone heinous was afoot. Typical journalist ruse. Who do you write for? Told you, I'm freelance, the highest bidder. And the corpse in the sidecar? That's my partner. Partner? In freelance journalism? Well, he's a detective. We're multitasking. He gets crime solved, I get the news. Everybody wins. Can't help noticing he's a skeleton. Dead don't solve crimes. Unless you're, in a supernatural realm, and you have a ghost detective on your side and you can speak to ghosts, yeah, kinda possible, but we'll see. Dead can totally solve crimes. Well knows, mister. He's resting. Yeah, Dead totally solve crimes. Well, the undead at least. It just takes a bit of reanimation. Dead end tend to be a bit more lethargic. I just need to find my necromancing amulet. Abracadabra. Deborah the Cobra. Hocus pocus. Do the focus. And he's actually alive. Whoa, what did I miss? Just to ride over the ice in the tundra. High-speed reindeer chasing a few flights with polar bears, but we're here now. Up north. The utmost. This guy doesn't think he can handle crimes. Hey, I can pull off any heist. Murder, smuggling, counterfeiting, jaywalking, loitering, breaking and entering, you name it. No, he meant investigating crimes. He's from the CIA. Ah, I see. Well, as for crimes go, I can investigate, and I can instigate, and I can investigate. A true connoisseur must be familiar with both sides of the cookie to know just how it crumbles. But, well, you're CIA. I'm sure you know what I mean. We dabble. And you are just very nonchalant about this. You're just not even surprised. Tapping CIA communications with Jesus groups finally paid off. Santa's been murdered, huh? Hey, you can't listen into our comms, that's illegal. Oh, now you care what's illegal? North Pole is in international waters. Right, that one. Water's just frozen. Yet, no laws apply. Can't stop my partner from taking a look at the crime scene. If there are no laws here, then surely there's no crime to look at either, right? Crime or not, we want to check out the dead guy. Santa Claus, the King of Christmas. I need to solve this case. It'll look great for my criminal portfolio. The one about the sold cases, I mean, for my detective agency. Here's my card if you ever need a freelancer. Scully Miss Skullfeast. Could have put like a Murray in there somewhere, but New York's number 2 undead private eye. Eyes not included, privacy not guaranteed. Here's mine. Agent Redacted. Christmas Intelligence Agent. Don't call us, we call you. Of course you do. Oh, and here's my card. I gave him the Hangman. God, what a card to give him. The Hanged Man. My tarot deck. May that be your fortune for the day. Thank you. Let's just hope he doesn't take it as a threat. You're very welcome. Now that we're all friends, let us check out the crime scene. We would never compromise or tamper with any evidence. Never again. We absolutely stop doing that. Trust me, you'll get rid of us faster if you let us take a look around. Okay, fine. We're almost done here anyway. Oh, you solved the crime? No, but one can only do so much. Bodies in the throne room. Knock yourself out. That's one dead Santa Claus. Arius spot who's there. Hopefully this wasn't a Krampus situation, or maybe some demon or something. Or one of his reindeers is finally fed up of pulling a sleigh and murdered him. Well, you're the detective. Want to do the honors and investigate? Okay. Okay. We can inspect the body, the shoe. Yeah, there is definitely stuff in the shoe or the footprints. I will do the footprints first, because those were the first I noticed. There are prints on the floor, but not from shoes or human feet. Look more like hooves. Reindeer have hooves. Don't know of any other hoof creatures around here. I'm not an expert on reindeer prints, but we better check those beasts out. Okay, let's inspect the shoe then. Some dirt on the shoe. Looks like moss. Stuff grows here in the Arctic, in places that are not covered in snow. Maybe we can track Santa's movements based on that. Heard there's something that detectives do. Right, keep an eye out for moss clues. Okay, and then check the body. Held by a candy cane through the heart. One of the worst ways to die. Not exactly all that syrup that suddenly entered his bloodstream probably gave him quite a sugar high. Must have been so out of it that he barely felt pain in the last moments of his life. That's not how blood circulation works, I think. Don't the elves make those candy canes for the usual Christmas needs and purposes? Probably. We should talk to those guys. Hey, what's on Santa's face? Huh, interesting. Okay, well, I just thought it was just how the artist drew the eyes. I didn't realize that they were like caps and whatnot. 2 soda bottle caps placed on these eyes. Santa was a well-known soda mannequin, one of the world's biggest beverage influencers. Did someone have a problem with his soda connections that killed him because of that? Are the bottle caps a threat or the killer's calling card? Oh, and I just got an achievement for studying the body for any clues. It's a bit delayed on the sound, but yeah. Okay, let's go interrogate the elves then, I guess. So this is where the Christmas magic happens. This is making confectionery. How convenient. Okay, I see you're making candy canes. Yes, I am. It's one of the many artisanal products we can make around here. It's a Christmas classic. Sharp and deadly. Know how to wield that thing pretty well, I assume. It's not supposed to be sharp. And sure, there's diabetes, heart disease, tooth decay, but it's not deadly if you eat it in moderation. How's the work around here? Seem to be carving wooden toys. That's pretty old school. At times a bit tough for artisanal craftsmen everywhere, I think. Don't sugarcoat it. Wooden toy cars haven't been relevant in about a century. I spent days on this fully functional excavator with wooden gears and all the mechanics, but does anyone actually want one? No. These kids want game consoles and electronic gadgets. We'd have the training for that. We get this smartphone I'm trying to get working. There's way too many small parts. Sure, we elves have tiny hands, but not as tiny as some poor kids in their sweatshops. That's what they have them. That's why they have them made overseas. It's just certain monogenous. Yeah, that. We've been watching how those kids do it. It's part of our job to watch children everywhere. They're really good at that stuff. You haven't learned any tricks from them. Or, considered not using wood. Wood all the way. We have our artisanal pride. It's not easy competing with them. There has been talk of outsourcing production somewhere to Southeast Asia. So you guys might lose your jobs. Interesting. Tell us more about spying on children. Yeah, when you put it that way, it makes them sound extremely sketchy. Because that's not weird at all, that's what I'm saying. Sure, sometimes it's a bit questionable. Technically, I think we're breaking a few surveillance and data collection laws. Luckily, there's a huge tech lobby siding with Santa, backed by the biggest corporation and richest people on the planet. With their help, there's still enough loopholes for us to do what we do. I only signed up to make wood toys, but Santa made us a part of his morale suspect espionage enterprise. Okay, did you try to negotiate better work conditions? I just tried to unionize. I'm in New York Undead Detective Union, and we have a great dental plan. We talked about it, sure. One of ourselves getting us organized to make sure we keep our artisanal jobs, even when core customer needs require nothing of the sort. It's about time someone started a modern entity and efficiency. Can we talk to them? I also just realized this guy's name's Eggwood. What a name. He kind of disappeared after that. That doesn't sound good. This guy's named Nogwood. They put an end to our organizational endeavors. Oh, were labor unions not appreciated around here? After Santa signed a big deal with Big Soda, he started praising capitalism. He called trade unions a communist plot. Oh god, he's going down the red pill hole. Doesn't give you free gifts there on a bit like communism. That was a big part of his brand. The cognitive dissonance was promptly ignored, and the gift distribution didn't work like that exactly. How can someone just disappear around here? You guys are famously spying on everyone. Didn't anyone see what happened to the Union Elf? Cameras just suddenly turned off. Yeah, the footage was weirdly missing. Weren't you on a list of naughty deeds, including most murder cases? That's a huge amount of data of every naughty act in the archives. CIA is looking into it, but it will surely take them to go through it all. We'll show them how professionals do it. Okay, well, guess we're visiting the surveillance center then. Eddie's agent. Are those famous naughty lists? Maybe. Who are you? I'm a detective. She's a journalist. We like to snoop around. I also love how we can see on the screen the two elves we just talked to. Your colleague said we can investigate. We're friends now. Not anyone naughty enough to kill Santa? Not quite. I'm still going through the list. How's the data looking? Oh, it's marvelous. They got everyone's actions listed here. We can do so much with this data. To, solve the murder. It was probably someone naughty who did it. That's what we figured. The CIA wouldn't want the files for any other reason. Oh no, just to catch the murderer. We're nice like that. Yeah, sure. Just don't look at us up on the nice list. Yeah, I mean we probably could, but I don't think you'll be on the nice list. I'm still using it, but we're totally there. Okay, let's talk about potential suspects. Must be a lot of names in those naughty files. Oh yeah, millions of people. That's a lot of suspects who potentially want to Santa out of the way to clear their record. But most of them are nowhere near the North Pole. Can't get up close and personal with a sharpened candy cane. True, we should focus on the locals. Is there anyone else we can talk to? Well, there's the grief-stricken Mrs. Claus and the reindeer at the stables. Yeah, but the reindeers don't talk. They do around here, apparently. Oh, this I gotta see. Okay, let's hit the stables then. One of them's wearing a fucking chain, and they got their collars around their mouths, or snouts I should say. Salutations, noble animals. Heard you reindeer can talk. We can, but Blitzen and Plotzen are a bit shy around strangers. There's a big old patch of moss growing here with hoof prints next to it. Interesting. Have you been eating this moss? You guys liking the licking? Yep, pretty much the only thing we eat around here. Would one of you maybe have gotten some of your hooves smeared in it somewhere else? Don't know, it could happen. Could happen to Santa and the elves too. Right, would they want the moss? Or what would they want with the moss? How are the work conditions for Santa's reindeers? Well, the work is rough only for one night every year, or each year, when we have to fly around delivering presents. Otherwise, it's pretty chill, just eating moss and taking it easy. How is it even physically possible to visit all those kids in one night? Wouldn't it require going faster than light and bending all the laws of time and space? Sure, but we have technology. Quantum entanglement wormhole, tunneling relative energy string time alternator. Holy shit, what a fucking mouthful. The Q-Tresta. There we go. I have no idea what that is. It's that gadget in the sleigh. It allows us to dash all over the place faster than a greased whistle. How does it work? I'm a reindeer, not a wormhole scientist. Just beeps and bends reality. Simple as that. Okay, where'd you get the flying technology? It's an interplanetary extraterrestrial contraption. Space aliens used it to power their ship and adopt cows, but it can also lift reindeer. Good to know that those kind of aliens exist. Don't know why they need to eat cows or all things, but how did they ever end up in your sleigh? Santa took it from an alien who was naughty. All those abductions and probings put him on the list. Hopefully they can fly this spaceship with coal. As far as the aliens that visit are affected by, the laws of this world. Okay, one suspect left. Talk to Mrs. Claus. Pardon us, Miss Claus. We'd like to ask you a couple of questions. Oh, I already talked to the CIA, but go ahead. Did Santa have any enemies? Santa Claus must have had natural enemies in the wild. The Grinch, Easter Bunny, Jesus. Holiday Mugger can be fiercely competitive. Not that I know of. I think all the holiday deities have their own operations and responsibilities. I'm sure the murder had nothing to do with that kind of rivalry. Has Santa been acting normally lately? He was his jolly old self, getting ready for the Christmas season. It was always his favourite time of the year. Made him feel pretty important. No difficulties with the workforce or anything? No, the elves are like our children, such joyful little creatures. Are they like your children? No, but we do have custody of them. Or I do, now that my husband's dead. We adopted the whole bunch. Not all laws allowed us to do that. To adopt someone and make them work for you forever? Yes, but not child labour. Remember, they are little old people. No questions. Mind if we take a look around? Feel free to investigate, officers. Close enough. Nothing under there. Do you have magic? I mean, you are kind of powered by magic, so not surprised that you can levitate things. Ooh, hello there. What's this letter under the bed? Some kind of Christmas letter to Santa? Certainly hope not. My little Santa Claus, I long to see you again. Aw, no! Tis, 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 Mrs. Claus. Shame on you. Can't wait to hear your hooves approaching to see your horn silhouette at my doorstep. Oh, hot stuff alert. I just got achievement for finding a secret note. It's a love letter addressed to Krampus. I called it from the fucking beginning about Krampus. Embodiment of Christmas evil. Signed by Mrs. Claus. What's all this about? Speak the truth, woman, or face the wrath of the undead. Oh no, skeletal threats, I cannot lie. Krampus was my first true love, my high school sweetheart. A little Krampus on the campus. And a little bit of cramping in the sheets, eh? I ended up marrying Santa because my parents thought he was a better match for me than a horned devil. I've always missed my little crampy pants, and he's missed me. Many years we got in touch again. Santa sent me letters and I answered with all my passion. Passion can lead to crimes. Not even crime is a passion. That's why we became the symbol of the dark side of Christmas. He hated Santa. Suspicious indeed. Next level of a grudge against Santa Claus, and who wanted that? Oh, you can't possibly suspect my Crappuccino. He's just a cuddly little teddy bear when you get to know him. Let's take a closer look at those reindeer hooves and see if they match the prints near the body. Freeze, reindeer. Well, if it isn't, well, it is pretty cold, but we try not to. What's that in the moss patch? Someone's been disturbed. Yeah, almost didn't notice the hair in the moss. Oh, eating this stuff is not decorative. Clearly there's something buried in there. Can't get it out. We need to dig deeper. Think I know who can help us. The CIA agents, the elves, Mrs. Claus, or the reindeer. I think we know which one we're going for. Yeah, they can eat stuff faster, so we'll get to the bottom of it. No, wait, lady. We're on a diet before the Christmas light. Gets us more aerodynamic. Okay, that's fair enough. The elves then? Alright, the excavator, okay. Cause well, CIA agents don't seem to really fucking care about us, and don't know about the other guy, so... Yeah, remember the excavator the elves was building? We could use that to dig the thing wide open. Right, let's go. Stick 'em up, elves. Then put 'em right back down, because we need you to do some work. Is that excavator finished? Not quite. It had to wait while I struggled with the damn smartphone. Get building, guys. We need it now. Now we've got a dead elf on our hands too. Oh yeah. I got achievement for what's buried under the vegetation. But yes, the elf that we're missing, because he's got the button on him, the trade unions. Oh my several goodnesses, a dead elf. So wearing a badge that says, ask me about trade unions. See the missing... Well, it's the missing union elf. So I really didn't like the organised labour. Maybe it was a disagreement about leadership. Reindeers probably killed him. No, because why would they eat the moss up and show that the elf was there? I think the other elves snuffed him out. And maybe this one... I don't know. So I'm thinking Mrs. Claus and Krampus, but... What if the management was involved, trying to keep the operation running smoothly? You mean Santa? Oh, because probably he killed the elf, but then Krampus went, yeah, fuck you for killing the elf, killed them. And, yeah, killed Santa. Possibly. Had the moss on his shoe, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that definitely makes sense. So he killed the elf, and then somebody retaliated and killed Santa. Yeah, so he might have been hanging out around here. Maybe unions busting contract. Disagreements made the workforce angry at Santa. Or it could be that Santa didn't actually kill him and came across the body, and the killer of the elf went, can't leave any witnesses, and then killed Santa. Could also be the other thing. Angry enough to whack their boss? Exactamentally. Oh, do I know? Okay, well I guess we'll go through the other options. Reindeer probably killed him. They're the ones who mess with the mass, or moss, the most. Holy crap, that was a mouthful. Hey, I won't put dead bodies in our food, lady. Right, you are hungry for some raw flesh, blood, and elf giblets? No way, we're vegan. I mean, herbivores. Right. I think the other elves snuffed him out. They didn't want to start any trouble with workers' rights and demands for a better life. What if they lose their jobs? Aren't too many employment opportunities on the North Pole. They could become polar bear herders. Huh, bait maybe. Those bite-sized munchkins would be an easy lunch for any bear. You think the elves are ready to kill to keep their comfy indoor jobs? Murder must have gone on, the murderer must have gone on the naughty list. Or maybe they were already on there. Must be something about it in North Pole records. Someone has certainly been naughty. This time the naughtiness might go all the way to the top. Let's head back to the data center and see what our suspects have been up to. Okay, got any word for us? You take a look at those naughty lists. I was just about done with them. Which file would you like to see? Krampus, Mrs. Claus, or Santa Claus? Let's check Santa Claus first to see what he was up to. Go with Santa's file. Moss in the shoe tells me he might have been near the elf moss burial. There you go. Santa Claus is a blank or blank and blank. I don't like his smug, creepy look up there. And a blank or blank, those are into blank and blank. Nonetheless, and furthermore, he is a bit of a blank blank sometimes. It's the thing about blank, blank, and blank them. But on the other hand, he has a habit of blank, nice, blank, to blank, blank. Hey, what's all this censored text? We need to redact some of the information, you know, for national security. What about Mrs. Claus' file, Krampus's? All neatly redacted for the public. Government can't just release secrets this willy-nilly. Censored everything. Must have been too many rich and powerful people in this. Movie stars, tech billionaires, and world leaders. But most of the US government was on the naughty list. Probably the president too. Of course they tried to hide their dirty deeds. Wait, there's something happening in the workshop. Come to the window. Okay, I guess I don't get to look at the other ones then. Great. They also look agitated. Wonder why. Probably about the excavator. Surely dead out got them worried. Maybe it's about this whole Krampus business here. May have heard something about Mrs. Claus having a new old sweetheart. Right, the others probably wouldn't want some monster as a new adopted father. Hey, horns don't make him a monster. Talking walking skeleton, I don't think we should be throwing around labels because of physical abnormalities. You're right. Proves the Dr. Guardian has laid them in a sweatshop. Maybe it's not the horns that made a monster. Mr. Claus has joined the party. Keep whispering suspiciously. Uh-oh. Looks like somebody's about to have a confrontation. Because Reindeer, he looks angry. Clearly has some strong words for the rest of them. Wonder what they are arguing about. How about we go in and check? Agent also redacted. We needed in the workshop. Make sure the crowds are controlled. Remind them that it's best to remain calm during a criminal investigation. Yes, sir. No worries, members of the Free Press, CIA will handle this. There she is. Why is she holding these papers and waving them at everyone's faces? Because she threatened them. There was something. She's clearly blackmailing them with their naughty list. That's not suspicious at all. Maybe CIA agents have something to do with this. Because keep everyone in line. Maybe the old fan Santa kind of tried to stand up to them and they didn't want it, so, or they didn't like it, so they, went on a murdering spree to try and, snuff them out. Now, blackmail is such a dirty word. Only making sure that no one spills any precious CIA beans is standard procedure. Once they understand it, it's best to keep their mouth shut and we can leave. Sure, you'd be taking Santa's body to Area 51 for dissecting. Hey, we didn't say we were done yet. Yeah, we still want to take a look at the body. Still dead. Don't know why I expected anything else. Maybe this is for our investigation too. Oh well, at least I can help Mr. CIA let the body out of here. Since when were you so helpful? Ever since a certain quantum levitation device came into my possession, I want to try it out. Only attached by 46 or 64 screws, it's practically an invitation to take it. Thanks, but we don't need any help. We must follow protocol and do this the proper CIA way. Don't call me Mr. Protocol for nothing. Don't call you Mr. Protocol. Exactly what I just said. One Santa coming up. Okay, interesting. There was stuff underneath. There's all this stuff under the body. Well, there's clearly nothing. Ignore it. I can be very suspicious of you guys. But the paraphernalia on the throne, I guess. See, exploded cigarettes, syringes full of hallucinogens, tuberculosis-infected underwear. Typical tricks that CIA have used for their assassination attempts around the world. Even some of the bread-removing pills they put in Castro's food to ruin his image. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Santa's back pocket. The letters in Santa's pockets looked like he was reading right before he died. Oh wow, this is interesting. These letters to Mrs. Claus written by Krampus. I think these scribbles can tell us quite a bit more about what happened here. I think the pieces of this mystery are starting to fall into place. Ready for the parlor scene? Sure, let's do this. Want everyone in the room so we can take this thing to a satisfactory conclusion. Maybe wondering why I called you all here. This probably has something to do with the murder. Yeah, why else? I found some letters from Krampus to Mrs. Claus. They're talking about a hostile takeover plot. Mrs. Claus was planning to divorce Santa, get half of the North Pole, and full custody of the elves. To that, she planned to bring Krampus to take Santa's place and continue the operation. What? No. And if Santa resisted, they would have dirt on him as well. Probably meaning the naughty list thing. Methods were far from legal, not just all the sketchy surveillance he was doing. Oh, it's true, he wasn't a Santa married anymore. He was nothing but a greedy soda mannequin, a corporate puppet. Union-busting soda company forced him to kill that elf. Wanted full control of not just Santa's image, but the whole business. So I was right about Santa killing the elf. Just not the why. You sound very scary. Bludgeoning a disobeying elf with a sack of coal. Next way is the moss on Santa's shoe. Drove the body near the stables. Didn't the reindeer see anything? What were we gonna do? Santa was our boss. And a killer of employees who stirred up trouble. But we may have mentioned to the elves that we saw Santa doing some moss gardening at night. And we knew that Santa's marriage troubles, of course. We spy on everyone. So we took our worries to Mrs. Claus. She floated around the idea of us working for Krampus instead. It would have been an easier job. Krampus only needed birch rods and miscellaneous regulation devices for the naughty, electronic gadgets. So you were all in no regime to change. Yeah. When Krampus contacted me, pulled the true Christmas spirit once again, wanted everyone to feel it. But something happened. Krampus showed up in Drain's Dangerous. The reindeer had hoof envy. Santa found the letters. That's why he had them. Yes, the plan was a takeover by divorce, but Santa discovered our correspondence. He didn't know what to do. Luckily, that's when the CIA showed up at the door. We was ready to help, ma'am. So wait, they were here before he got murdered? So the Krampus had called them in as experts in not so democratic regime changes. We had to stop Santa before he did something hasty. So he encouraged us and promised we would face no consequences. Oh, so it's like a Murder on the Orient Express thing. Took chopping candy cane and Santa went to sleep on his throne. Push it through his heart. Yeah, sick simper Tyrannosaurus. We put the bottle caps there to warn the soda company not to mess with us again once Krampus was in charge. And we don't arrest someone for overthrowing a red dictator, as you were, citizens. We just need to clean up a bit of the incriminating evidence, Agent. See, those guys will protect us. But there's one thing we didn't know. Santa was already dead. CIA had pumped him full of various poisons and beard-removing pills. Not to mention the exploded cigars stuck into several officers. I don't want to know what officers. But why? They were on our side. CIA is never on anyone's side but their own. Why indeed? Just catch them outside and they can tell them you themselves. Not so fast, agents. These fine citizens demand answers. You made them falsely believe they were murderers. In reality, all they did was desecrate a corpse with a candy cane. That's not a crime. If desecrating corpses is wrong, I don't want to be right. Why did CIA trick us? Maybe they killed Santa, but we all wanted the same thing. We wouldn't want to take all the credit. Why modest like that? I'll tell you why. But they're planning on killing you next. Krampus is never going to show up. Santa is dead. Well, Santa isn't dead. How should I know? Yeah, I don't think Krampus is ever going to show up. Maybe. I think the CIA maybe bumped him off as well. It's just going to take over this place themselves. You need to keep you quiet. You thought you were killers, you couldn't ask too many questions. You might have questions soon enough, but the real Krampus never shows up. What? Yeah, CIA wrote the letters. The letters were nothing but a honey trap. It was trick in the CIA handbook. Where you wrote the love notes. No, we never did. Threaten the CIO, use flattery. Yeah, don't think threatening them is gonna get them what they want. They probably used to it, so. Such a beautiful, essential stuff. This couldn't have been written by some ogre. Yeah, clearly the work of a true artist. Oh, I'm blushing. Agent, no blushing on duty. Ha, she wrote them. Fine, it's true. Will Krampus went to study accounting after his high school relationship with Mr. Claus ended. Gave up that Christmas evil nonsense ages ago. Works as a complaint analyst in the Eastern Bavaria these days. He was never any part of this. Why did the CIA hatch this plot to kill Santa? CIA wanted it off the naughty list because it didn't mention not looking up on the nice list. Santa worked out their agreement. All about getting the data for these guys. They were after the flying gadget too. No, if they wanted the flying gadget, they already would have taken it, but yeah, I reckon the data one, because yeah, they probably would have wanted that. Everybody knows that Santa had the dirt on every human on this planet. Tried to make Santa work for us, but he wasn't willing to share that information. Good as it all finds it, Elf, you just use it for gift distribution one night in December. You could be distributing shock and awe around the world throughout the year. A proper right-wing junta would run this place more effectively and share the sweet data of everyone's naughty deeds. Yeah, and the CIA went up the naughty list too. They'd done a bunch of unsavory stuff and they had enough of never getting any Christmas presents. That's not fair, we're just doing our job. Our definition of naughty is horribly outdated. Time to change it to something more modern. Sometimes it's necessary and nice to bomb a few civilians so big companies can make a profit. No, that's not good. Can we just agree that naughty means poor? Exactly, it's not naughty if it's good for democracy. Like he's doing the air quotes himself. Maybe don't use the air quotes on democracy. You're supposed to say that with a straight face. Santa wanted out of their agreement, so I'm guessing all of these. Santa was a loose cannon. He had become a liability. Yes, after Big Soda made him kill their elf, he was no longer felt comfortable with the deal they had. It went very hard for that soda contract to force his loyalty, you know? But he had this childish ideas that he was supposed to serve the whole world. He wanted to go back to his old school Santa ways, as he put it. Oh, I miss those days. We all do. We couldn't have that. The US government decided it was best to annex the North Pole as a special interest zone. That's why we sold you the idea of Krampus, the real old school Santa. And they were also after the flying gadget. Clean extraterrestrial flying technology that Santa was using would certainly interest several parties. If that got into the wrong hands, it would really hurt the big oil companies. That's our biggest sponsor. We buy oil then. Doesn't anyone think of the shareholders anymore? Well, the oil company board of directors Christmas bonuses. It's the spirit of giving. On the plus side, if the fossil fuel lobby was naughty, they'd get a pile of coal from Santa. They would just burn that coal and make a profit. Santa didn't think that one through. Yeah, that was a Christmas bonus of its own kind. But the flying technology should be locked in Area 51 with the rest of our alien tech. Okay, so the CIA had a bunch of reasons to kill Santa, but that doesn't make it right. Surely he was running a worldwide espionage operation, ignoring international laws and invading the privacy of about 8 billion people. A bit of dictatorship, tyranny and murder, stealing alien technology and enslaving locals in a sweatshop. Who hasn't done that? Look at you, CIA. We dabble. Well, we found our killers and their motives, though the case neatly solved. I mean, we tend to use neatly pretty loosely. Oh, I apparently got an achievement for solving the case without a single mistake. Hell yeah! Usually I'm terrible at these kinds of games, but I managed to do it. Yay. What do you think we should do now, Del? About the future of Christmas, the global oil market, and judging the naughtiness of every human being in existence forever, and stuff of that variety, basically. Ooh, who do we get? Give Christmas back to Jesus. We should vote for a new Santa, resurrect Santa. I mean, we do have the technology to resurrect the skeleton, so exposure to the murder pot of the world. I reckon give the elders a chance to vote for a new Santa. Choose a local leader in a nice democratic manner. Hey, maybe I could run for office. Oh god, no. Look, lady, we don't have time to interfere with elections. Christmas is just around the corner. Let's just let us have it our way without jumping through extra hoops. Oh, you sure you can take over from Santa and do everything we tell you to? No worries, it's foolproof. We'll kill you if you mess up. Well, that means one of the elves is running the show. Good enough. Nopal will remain a self-governed territory. Well, like, elf-governed, am I right? I got the achievement elf-governed. I don't know how I feel about that. Otherwise it could have been achievement name Elf on the Shelf. Let's go with that. We got places to do and people to be anyway. Okay, I don't know about my decision now, but... Hey, that's our flying technology. How are we going to deliver presents now? Just believe in yourself. That's the true meaning of Christmas. That belongs in a museum. I mean, our secret alien tech lab. No worries, we won't give it to anyone. Yeah, it gives us an edge over all journalists, detective duos, so we can want to keep it for ourselves. Gotta go now. We're in a rush to get to the Bermuda Triangle before anyone else. We had a rumor that a Loch Ness monster has been spotted there. We have a bone to pick with that guy. See you around in the next adventure. Hell yeah. At the end. Oh my god, that was a fun game. I like that. But I'd definitely like to see more of these guys. Definitely love to see what adventure they get up to next. Maybe we can hear about that Bermuda Triangle one. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, if you guys want to play this for yourself, as I know, obviously there's going to be different endings for this, but you guys can go play or find those for yourself. This game is actually free on Steam, so yeah. So if you want to check it out, a link will be down in the description below, and yeah, with that, we'll be ending it off here, and have a Merry Christmas, and hopefully don't run into any dead Santas like these guys.